What is up, everybody? Welcome back to JG Gaming, JG Crew. And today, we're going to talk about why Marvel Rivals Ranked is a work in progress. The rank mode is one of the most talked about things in the game, guys. And I'm going to play it. It was actually one of the most interesting things I've seen, the way it was handled. It was really not what I expected, both good and bad ways. It was really kind of in a tough spot in season 1.5. And I saw some of those problems, right? In season 2, we've had some big changes. And in the launch video, I made a small, brief talk about it, but nonetheless, I think, there's not much really to it, but I'm going to go more in depth on it today. So, I played ranked at the end of season 1.5, guys, and experience was not great at all. It really wasn't. If you saw me on stream playing, you can tell that there's one team superior to another. A lot of the ranked way you played and ranked was a lot based on team play and win or loss, right? Um, it just was bad. It was really rough. Which ended up there, Bronze 3 Spider-Man's going for 40 kills and 2 deaths. We have a 20 KD on average, probably. Right? That were in the game just dominating, right? And it was not the best experience at all. But it is what it is. It's ranked. It was competitive. I like those competitive, you know. Ranked isn't the biggest deal compared to games like Fortnite because Marvel Rivals has all real players even in its non-ranked mode, which is really good. And I hope they always keep it that way because AI just doesn't help anything. Or if you even keep them powerful, it works. The only way they have AI in Rivals is in the practice range, and that's it. AI is non-existent. You kind of can just test out how characters things work and kind of learn them through a visual way, right? But AI doesn't exist in this game. Or in a game like Fortnite, it's a big deal because if you don't like playing against AI at all, go into ranked and you can play all real players if you're like gold rank or above or something. I don't know exactly that's accurate, but it is, it's something. Um, and now in season 2, Marvel Rivals, they've changed rank to where it's now more based on individual performance and win or loss. I mean, is it based on individual performance? I don't know. That's very iffy, man. It's very iffy. It just is, man. Um, like even if you have a good game and you lose because you're on a bad team, you still get brought down in rank. I don't understand how you play good and you lose in rank and you go down. Like the algorithm just seems screwed up there. It does. Because in a game like Rocket League or Fortnite, if you play really well, say you're on a team with squads, right? And you play the best out of the whole squad like really well, but you don't win the match. Or maybe you don't place even in the top 10. Your rank doesn't go down necessarily, right? But in Marvel Rivals, it's different. I think that just needs to be changed. It just doesn't work. But nonetheless, rank's heading in the right direction. It definitely is, guys. Individual performance in Marvel Rivals is a good way to start it. And what they did was bring down players 9 divisions. I think this is a little bit whack. I would have liked them to honestly have 10 placement matches, and I'm hoping that Marvel Rivals and the developers can change that. I just think moving people down 9 divisions. I know everyone has to do it, so it's technically fair, but I mean, I would just reset the ranks. That just makes more sense because when that happens, you have players that are placed in not correct lobbies, and I guess it's technically by accident, but it's really not. It feels that way, but it's not because you're getting placed in those lobbies. So the top ranked players are like, I think platinum or gold or something. Well, 2 easy lobbies, right? I think it's better you have 10 placement matches. That way, you can get back to your high rank. Even, you know, if you had the high rank last season, you could repeat this season. You have to grind all the way back. Now, does it make the rank grind exciting when you have to go all the way back to platinum? Sure, I believe it can. I think that's something that ranked players really enjoy. They enjoy that grind. But I think at the same time, 10 placement matches does good for everybody. There's some people who just want to have a high rank and don't want to do all that work and then just lose a rank divisions. Do I think this is a long-term solution? No. I think Rivals is still trying to, like the devs for NetEase, they're still trying to figure it out, you know? We have to be patient with them, and I can see some people, guys. There are some people who are way too harsh on these devs. And the devs in NetEase are learning this. You know, this is a new game. This is only the second season. It's been out for not even half a year. It's barely been out for a quarter of a year, basically. Like, they're still figuring it out. We have to give them time. And I think the best thing we can do is give them positive feedback. So, that brings the question, what should they do to ranked? I'd like them to really make ranked even more based on how you play individually. Or it's not like you get deducted even if you lose if you play well, right? I'm talking you go 23 kills, 2 deaths, for example. But you go down points because your team lost, because you had bad teammates. I want that to change to where maybe you stay with at even with you don't lose or gain anything. I'd rather have that happen, right? That would just make it more sense. And I would appreciate if the devs would do that. Also, I would like him to do like placement matches. I mean, for NetEase, how many do they do? I would say 10 to 20 is a good range, to be honest. 10 to 20. I know 20 seems excessive, but honestly, I think 20 could work. But 10 works too, you know? 10's like your minimum. And if they go with 10, I think I'll be happy. You know? That's all I think that needs to change with rank. Like, as you can see. This season brought it in the right direction. But it still needs work. And that's fine, you know? I have to respect the devs for all the effort they're giving. And sometimes I might be glazing them a little bit because I'm a former player of Fortnite now, or former creator of Fortnite that watched Epic Games be really lazy and still is lazy today. Probably for a long, long time, right? They're still going to be for a while. Unless they clear house, right? Clean house. Not clear house, clean house. But yeah, I appreciate the devs for trying, and I think, yeah, this is a new game. They're getting in the right direction, but yeah. I'm excited for the future of Ranked. It's in the right direction. I can't wait to see what the experience is going to be when it hits its peak. And once they, find their groove in it, it's going to feel good. Guys, I am extremely excited about the future of Marvel Rivals. They're still figuring this thing out, and as successful as it's been, it doesn't look like they're figuring these things out. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't even look like it. But yeah, people, I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe so you can see more content like this. Let me know what you think on this opinion on Ranked. How do you feel about it at the current moment? What do you think of the future of it? And yeah, is there anything you would like Rivals to address in the future soon? All right, JG Crew. See y'all in the next one. Appreciate y'all.
That's better. Out of sight.
I squished those squids for you.
Did you think I would forget? Welcome to the
They've almost got it! Control seized!
Done. You're welcome.
Now, a disappearing act. You're mine!
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going!
Sayonara.
Keep your tentacles to yourself, Namor.
Keep your ugly friends in the sea, Namor.
Your god is suffering.
Out of sight.
Let them claim victory.
Really good early.
The area is almost yours.
Toes, here they come.
Oh!
The oceans have spawned new foes.
Maximoff, the mutant threat, shows her true colors.
Oh. Oh. Not bad. Way better though.
It appears some timelines feature a very different version of me.
Emma is doing 16-6 over here.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Yes, our Scarlet Witch and I, we're tied for the best KD.
You are not as human as you
He
look,
has auto aim
are you?
also.
I am not human at all. I am a god. And you would be wise to treat me as
Yeah, they're
such.
making it.
Whether
Okay, so
god
he's
or
10.
otherwise, respect is something to be earned, not
But
The
3
battle
deaths
starts in
right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do
Wait,
is
that could
capture the
have
mission
avoided dying
area.
on, but
Got it?
good guy.
You guys are actually here, right?
We're gonna warm up my aim a little bit, bro. I'm a little bit not warmed up right now. Definitely, I'm more ready to play. We may get this first win, but or well, we'll see. We may get this first one, but I just am not gonna.
Namor has a
Survive this one.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
That was only a sign of relief.
It didn't have to come to this, Great Forest Oni.
I got it right though. I was like, dang.
The mission area is yours.
We have prevailed.
You
Get
betrayed my
flipped.
trust, Mantis.
That's basically
There's
that's
the
like
price for that.
200 pumped.
What are those things? They
Oh my gosh.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Oh man. Get out of his way! Star-Lord, he has that ultimate to get out. I want to use this.
Step aside.
Our foes have found us. Chaos from the depths.
Keep your ugly friends in the sea,
Why am I good back here?
Namor.
We can get
A disappearing act.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't
I
mind
think
me.
it'd be that weak. It
Obi-Wan.
was.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Basically dealt with it. Didn't give it to me. Play rivals.
What a difference.
I'm trying to help.
Just the way I
Dead.
need.
I'm so comfortable.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
I have 28
Or a
kills.
dagger.
Fine, let's just get
We are undefeatable! The area is almost yours!
actually fine.
Sayonara.
Uninvited guests.
I want a lot of Come on. Literally only have
Your powers are mine!
Winner!
What a difference.
You're mine!
Bring on the chaos!
Double KO!
back to back. That does it. True, bro. 33-3 to start the game, not even warmed up. That's what I call not warmed up, chat. I went 33-3. I didn't get I'm not gonna get MVP because I'm 7. Our Scarlet Witch is 37.
Victory! Big win!
Bro, the Scarlet Witch and I, chat, combined for freaking 70 kills. 70. Everyone, yeah. Yeah, so actually, no. Our 3 deals combined for 97 kills.